ഹലോ, കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ?
യെസ് മാം, കേൾക്കാം.
വീഡിയോയ്ക്കും കുഴപ്പമില്ലല്ലോ? വീഡിയോ ഓക്കെ അല്ലേ?
ആ മാം, വീഡിയോ ഒക്കെയാണ്.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ.
ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? ശരിയാ?
ആ മാം, ക്ലിയർ ആണ്.
ഓക്കെ. ഞാനൊരു മിനിറ്റ്, ഞാനൊന്ന് എൻ്റെ ഹെഡ്ഫോൺ ഒന്ന് എടുക്കട്ടെ. India? India?
ma'am.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് headphone connect ആവുന്നില്ല.
Ma'am audible ആണ് correct ആണ് കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
അപ്പൊ ഇയർഫോൺ വേണ്ട അല്ലേ?
ഇല്ല ക്ലിയർ ആണ്. Am I audible now?
Hello? Hello?
Ma'am.
Can start now?
Sir, it's okay. Ma'am, we'll start within 5 minutes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. You're on mute.
Yes, good evening, madam. Am I audible now?
Yeah. Okay. We can hear you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I think we can start now. Surya?
Yeah, ma'am. A very warm good evening, everyone. We heartily welcome you all to the inaugural session of the first international moot court competition hosted by the Moot Society of His Highness the Maharaja's Government Law College, Ernakulam. When studying the law, it is not enough to only focus on its theoretical aspect, as its practical aspect is equally imperative. So, a moot competition is a perfect medium for law students to experience and develop in both aspects. This is because moot competitions create a meeting point that requires law students not only to gain new knowledge, but also apply their theoretical knowledge to legal issues in the form of a fictional case. And international moot court competitions serve as a platform for law students to learn about the most current global issues and how to tackle them at its core. And moot competitions undeniably help to polish the legal practical skills and foster the lawyerly mindset that one would require and which one would need to further a legal career. So to begin with the day, let us have the pleasure of listening to the opening remarks. May I request Ms. Minnie S., our faculty convener, to deliver the welcome address and officially welcome the dignitaries and everyone gathered here. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. Respected dignitaries, honored of the dais, my dear participants, colleagues, and all other persons who have joined this meeting, warm good evening. Today, the Government Law College, Government Law College, Ernakulam, we are privileged to organize the first international moot court competition in this evening. And mooting that helps a person to gain confidence in talking and presenting their point of view to others. It helps to overcome the inhibition a person have in communicating with others or facing any issues, and to argue and prove his own stand to others. And this will be helpful as an advocate in the real life also. The opportunity that is seen to every student when they are in the law schools or colleges, that is very precious one, because as an advocate, every person wants an opportunity to express himself for himself. So the participants who are here, they had grabbed the opportunity and they had prepared well. I think so. I congratulate all the participants for joining today's competition. Now, at least this year, we are able to conduct this competition in an online mode. And before 2 years, we could not even anticipate that such a platform is there. That is virtually we will be together. That is which one cannot imagine. But after the pandemic had brought many changes in many spheres of life, and whenever the whole world was standstill, the academic session continued with the help of course, this virtual media. And we are utilizing the virtual media today to conduct an online international moot court competition. So I think that is a positive thing with respect to this pandemic. And now, moving on to the task that is assigned on me, that is welcoming the gathering. First of all, I'd like to welcome our beloved principal who is going to preside the meeting today. And she is the backbone of this international competition. And not only this competition, but almost all the programs that we are organizing. It was her support and inspiration behind all the programs which we cannot express in words. So I welcome Dr. Bindu N. Nambia to this evening. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, the guest of honor, Justice C. Jayachandran. We had actually we were inviting the judges in the last minute because of some internal the memorial attendance of the participants and all. We were the last minute run actually. But when we approached this, he had consented without any hesitation. He had consented to attend today's meeting and to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, Justice Jayendran sir, he had obtained his law degree from Kerala Law Academy, Thiruvananthapuram, and LLM degree from School of Legal Thought Kottayam. And he enrolled as an advocate in the year 1997. He was selected as a district judge in the year 2011, and he was appointed as the additional judge of the High Court of Kerala in 2021. Sir, I welcome you to this gathering, sir, and we are expecting your inaugural address, sir. Thank you. Welcome you, sir. Now, the next person I would like to invite to this gathering is our IPSC coordinator, Vinu Purnamodhan Chalai, ma'am. Actually, she's the senior faculty here, and her help and assistance in organizing this moot court competition is very big one, because whenever we were confused as to how we can conduct this program, and whenever we were meeting some issues with the conduct of this program, she was there with her guidance and support. And I welcome Vinu Purnamodhan ma'am to this gathering, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you.
Then the next person I would like to invite just for formality's sake, that is Dr. Vishankar sir. He is here to brief the participants. He was not physically fit today, but still he had consented when I approached him for briefing. He had consented readily, and I really thank you, sir, for offering this, for accepting this role. And I welcome sir on to this gathering. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Then the next person I would like to welcome just for formality is Nandini, who is the student coordinator. She, along with her entire crew, they had worked, they had dedicated entirely themselves to this to today's competition. She was there when we had organized this competition earlier, which we have compelled to postpone to this day. From that day onwards, she was behind this program, and she had taken very keen effort for making this successful. I welcome Nandini to this gathering, who is going to deliver today's vote of thanks also. And now it is turn to welcome all the participants from across the world. So I welcome all the participants, and I wish all of them could deliver a good presentation in this upcoming sport competition, and they will be enjoying the all the rounds as well. I hope that it will be a nice experience for all of them. I welcome all the participants to this evening. Welcome you all. Now, last but not least, our students who are watching this program in YouTube. So we have done a YouTube live streaming in this competition. So that is why there is less number of students in the meeting place, and more are watching the program online. So I welcome all of them to this gathering. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
The sales for this particular notion were adjusted by a person who's not only a great motivator to all of this, but also a visionary and the person who gave us a belief and support in bringing together this event. None other than our beloved principal. And it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Bindu M. Nambia, Principal, Government Law College, Ernakulam, to deliver the presidential address. Now, please.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Justice C. Jayendran, Srimati Mini S, Student Coordinator Nandini Praveen, colleagues, participants, friends, and my dear students, a very warm good evening to one and all. This is our first experience with conducting an international moot court competition. We had successfully conducted 20th All India Moot Court competition for T.S. Venkateshwara Iyer Memorial Ever Rolling Trophy in November, and in August, an international mediation competition in online platform. Let's hope that next year we can conduct all these competitions in our college itself. This international moot court competition helps you to familiarize with international maritime law and the complex concepts involved in it. Learning it through participation in a moot court makes it more interesting, as well as the work is carried out in a team. Moot court competition provides an excellent opportunity for young law students to learn legal skills. It trains them in the art of advocacy. One has to do meticulous research in preparing a case, and then while presenting it before the judges, he or she has to articulate enough to convince the judges of the merits of the case. Here, the finalist team have got the golden opportunity to argue before the full bench of High Court. Not every practicing lawyer gets this rare chance. Even as law students, you got that opportunity. Our students are getting the opportunity to observe the skills which were shown by our participating teams and from the wealth of knowledge of our distinguished judges. The stars of this day and the coming 2 days are the brilliant students who have come to participate in this international moot court competition from various parts of the world, from prestigious law schools. I wish all the participants the very best for performing to their maximum ability. Winning or losing is not what matters. What counts is whether or not you have performed to the best of your ability. Enjoy participating in this competition. I take this opportunity to congratulate our faculty coordinator, Dr. Joby Bhaskar, faculty convener, Srimati Minias, student coordinators, volunteers for taking the initiative in organizing this international moot court competition. Even though we are conducting this competition virtually, I am welcoming each and every one of you to His Highness Maharaja's Government Law College, Ernakulam. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. And now for the inaugural address. I consider it as a great privilege and honor given to me to invite our guest for the day. After his pre-degree at Union Christian College, Alua, and graduation at St. Albert's College, he obtained his law degree from Kerala Law Academy Law College, Trivandrum, and his LLM degree from the School of Legal Thought, Kottayam. Enrolled as an advocate in the year 1997 and practicing under Advocate C.T. Joseph. He was the partner of Advocate Reggie George and Associates for a period of 2 years and was selected as District and Sessions Judge in the year 2011 and was appointed as the Additional Judge of the High Court of Kerala with effect from October 20th, 2021. Now, let me invite our respected guest for the day, Honorable Mr. Justice C. Jayachandran Sir, for the inaugural message and to address the esteemed gathering. Sir, please.
I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I may start with a pardon to start by seeking a pardon to the principal, Dr. Bindu N. Nambiar, for commencing my inaugural address by referring first to my most dear and respected teacher, Dr. Girishankar. Going by the hierarchy, it should not have been like that. But then for me, in my mind, more than anything, more than everything. Girishankar sir may be predominating, overwhelming, so that I just start by my salutation to my revered teacher. Sir, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Most respected Principal, Government Law College, Dr. Bindu N. Nambiar, Srimati Binu, Associate Professor, Srimati Mini is Faculty Convener, Srimati Nantini Praveen, Student Coordinator, all the participants of this moot court program, students, and all those who are present in this online platform. Very good evening to one and all of you. Extremely happy when Justice Nagaresh gave me this opportunity. And little did I dreamt that I'll be meeting Girishankar sir today in this evening. I'm so happy about it. See, immediately after becoming a district judge, I had an opportunity to come to Government Law College to be a judge in a moot court program along with a High Court judge. Now, this reminds me, this takes me back to almost 10 years when I had this opportunity. See, a great opportunity to the students, as Madam Principal told you. And I must confess that we people during our times and having the sitting in our college has not properly grabbed this opportunity, except for the statutory or rather the compulsory moot court competition, without which we cannot succeed in our course. Be that as it may. Now may I start with a disquieting note with respect to the, I don't know whether it is fully proper in this platform to tell you about this. See, many of us are not very happy with respect to the curriculum which is being followed in colleges, not in all colleges, but in almost the colleges we have in the country. See, what is being given emphasis is the theoretical aspect of law, whereas practice is something totally altogether different. There is an ocean of difference. And I personally feel something akin to that of a training to chartered accountancy being given should be adopted with the suitable modifications in law also. See, in the final year, we are driven to, to participate in some, not participate, but to witness some court proceedings. That seems to be very much on the insufficient side when it comes to real practice. Of course, theoretical knowledge of law is very important. Somebody who is equipped with the theory will find it extremely easy to grapple with the issues involved in practice, but then your acquaintance to practice, at least from the third year onwards in 5-year courses, and the second year onwards in 3-year. I don't know whether 3-year courses are now, it is there, it is still there, is it not? 3-year courses are there. So
It's there.
Yes. So what I'm trying to tell is that more acquaintance and more relevance should be given to, more significance should be given to our actual interplay in the court. What we are seeing there, we are increasing the role of a student as an intern with a lawyer, as an intern with the judge, so that they see what is hardcore practice, what all actually amounts, what all actually counts before the court. And certain theories comes quite often for our application, whereas certain others may not come at all. I do not mean to say that certain theories should be given precedence over the other, but then the student should be given that opportunity or that possibility of understanding what really matters. Now, with this, don't take me negative if I am being very open and frank with you in this regard. It's not intended to blame any individual college or any individual person, but generally I am making a comment. Now, dear students and participants, please note this is a great opportunity. And a bifocal request would come from my side, one to the students and one to the teachers. See, when we glance through, when we go deep into various provisions and of law, it is my request to the teachers to give them some insight as to think aloud with respect to the propriety, with respect to the need, sanctity, significance, relevance, and also the desirability of continuance of certain provisions in law, and the desirability of introduction of certain new provisions into law. So the students should be given the proper stimulation to think rather than merely assimilating what we see. We lecture them a lot of things, including theories, provisions, etc. These things should not be what you call swallowed as gospel truths. It should be chewed properly. Then only we can swallow it. See, I can be very frank with you that I could not prepare anything for the inaugural speech today. But I am compelled to take resort to one particular judgment which I have penned today. That is pertaining to section 122 of the Indian Evidence Act. I'm just citing this as an example, not for any other purpose. See, 122 contains two limbs. The first limb is that you cannot compel somebody who is a spouse to disclose about the communication made by the other spouse in a court of law. That is the first limb. Second limb, nor shall he be permitted to disclose any such communication unless the person who makes it consents. The first is a prohibition with respect to compulsion. Second is a prohibition with respect to disclosure as such. So even if a wife is willing to come and say about some communication made to her by her husband, which may have a precipitating role in the context of perpetration of a crime, still law doesn't permit it. See, in 1853, the Commission of Common Law Procedure in England said that the unhappiness occasioned to society by invading its sanctity, invading its means the sanctity of the matrimonial confidence, and compelling the public disclosure of confidential communications between husband and wife would be far greater evil than the advantage which may occasionally arise from the laws of light. Are we still supposed to be slaves to these observations of 1853? I'm just thinking aloud with you. What happens to, see, for the spousal happiness and peace, we say that these communications are banned or barred from being disclosed in a court of law, even at the cost of preventing disclosure of truth with respect to a grave crime. How far this provision is desirable to be continued in the statute book? Is the public interest underlying, which requires a disclosure in respect to a crime, is it subservient to that of the family peace and happiness, which is sought to be protected by section 122? See, the statute is backing up for suppression. Now, I fail to understand whether the happiness of the family lies in suppressing it or whether the happiness of the family lies in the moment the spouse came to know about the role of her husband or the wife, as the case may be, in the perpetration of a crime. I think the happiness is lost the moment I came to know about it, and not in suppressing the disclosure. It is not by disclosing the happiness is lost. And when we try to protect the happiness of a particular witness who is in the footing of a spouse, what about the happiness of the family of the victim of the crime? Are they not entitled to any happiness in family? I mean, any happiness and peace in their family? And what happened to the paramountcy and primacy of truth? We say every trial is an expedition to find out the truth. What happens to the paramountcy of truth? See, just I'm thinking aloud for you people only to understand the significance of not swallowing the provisions as such. Just try to dissect it. Just try to understand the purpose and purport behind it. You will, once you dwell a slightly deep into the provision will never go out of your mind. Of course, all these things were not done by us during our class, school, college days. I fairly confess, but then now we people realize if you start doing early, see, there is an impending danger that you become a municipal magistrate immediately after the college, going by the present norms. So you have to start early. We had 5 years time. At the time when we passed out, we had 5 years time to become eligible to compete for the post of the municipal magistrate. But now you don't have. Straight away out of the college, you can become municipal magistrate. So start equipping yourself at the earliest. One more thought I'll just share with you. Once again, to reiterate the significance of going deep into the provisions. Article 21, the heart and soul of the Constitution. Everybody knows the most vibrant provision, which is supposed to take and cater to the needs of all times to come. It speaks about right to life. Now, does Article 21 impose any duty on you? Or just it safeguards your right to life and personal liberty? An answer at the first blush, an obvious answer will be in the negative, in the sense that it doesn't cast any duty on you. But just think of a situation which I am going to tell you. See, 21 is not meant for the present generation or for the past generation. It is meant for all future generations to come. If that be so, think in the context of environmental hazards to which we are subjected to now. Two generations after the present one are also equally entitled to Article 21, the protection of life under Article 21. They have a right to live. If that right is to be meaningfully exercised, they should have 3 minimum parameters which goes to the sustenance or the subsistence of humankind in this world. We need to have air, we need to have water, and the basic parameters. So Article 21, according to me, casts a duty on you, the present generation, to take that which is the bare minimum from the earth, which is necessary for your generation, and to keep the rest as a repository for the future generation. It casts a duty on you as well, not merely right. This is again not, I have not seen this principle being laid down in any decision or any textbook. This again, I just tell you, I just limit that this is only a thought. There may be so many, what you call, force and against this proposition. A naive thought which I have shared with you. I once again tell you, I'm referring to these examples because this example will have a impact on you in driving home the point which I am trying to. Every provision has got a history, has got a purpose. Try to go beyond the apparent letters with which the provisions are constituted. You will understand much more. It will be very interesting also. So once again, wishing the very best to all the participants of the present day as also for the 2-3 days to come. Wishing them success, and if not success, as spoken to by our dear principal, the sense of participation, the sense of competition, and the sense of performance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Srimati Binu Purnamodan Chole, Associate Professor, Kannada Law College, Ernakulam, the felicitation. Please.
Thank you. Honorable Justice Mr. C. Jayachandran, our Principal Dr. Bindu M. Nambiar, Faculty Convener Srimati Mini S, and Faculty Coordinator Dr. Jobbi Bhaskar, Student Coordinator Srimati Nandini Pravi, Dr. Sigiri Shankar, all my colleagues, and the most important persons of this event, the participants from all over the world, and my dear students. It's a great day today for this college, His Highness Maharaja's Government Law College, Ernakulam, to be able to host the first ever international moot court competition. As you all know, moot courts are always an occasion of highest excitement and enthusiasm for all the law students. They get great pleasure in organizing the event, welcoming the participants, having interaction, spending good time with the different teams, and work as court officers, hear the arguments which have been raised in the various courts, and learn the court etiquette, and altogether have a really enjoyable time. And every year, we all, the students and the faculties of all law colleges, look forward to this mooting events which happen every year. But due to this pandemic, we have lost that occasion to interact personally with the participating teams. But still, the positive side of it, as Mini S has pointed out, this opportunity has enabled us to have an international mooting competition. And moot competitions is always a good platform for our overall development of the law students. Every law student holds the memories of a moot competition very close to their heart. And I often hear the judges, when they come for the moot inauguration and the judging of the moot courts, recount the memories they had as a student in their college days. So mooting is essentially an occasion when every law student enjoys organizing it and being part of it, participating in it, and altogether it's an occasion every law college student looks forward to. Now, even in this time of pandemic, the college has been successful in holding a national moot court competition and now an international moot court competition. I really take this opportunity to congratulate our principal as well as the staff members who have been working hard for it. There is Jobby Bhaskar and Mini S, who with their passion and their enthusiasm were holding it forward that this will be successful, even though it was kept on postponing for some time due to some technical issues. But still, their dreams, our dreams are coming true. And we have the wholehearted support and cooperation from the student members of this college. There is very able students who are well organized, have been very good at organizing this event and also taking care of the technical side of this event and taking all the steps in seeing that this is being conducted very smoothly without having any glitches. So I take this opportunity also to congratulate all the teams who have come here despite the pandemic and other situations, negative situations they have had all these days. And they have been able to come participate in this international moot court competition. I wish them all the very best to put forward their best efforts in the sessions they are going to present in these 2 days' time, and to enjoy these sessions. It is not the success alone of being coming first which matters. You should be able to enjoy every moment you put in this mooting experience. And the experience you get from this will be very dear and close to your hearts. And I'm sure you will all be highly benefited by this moot court competition. The moot problem is also very interesting. And I'm sure that all our students will be able to get a good exposure into how an international moot issue, a maritime issue, is being argued by the participants, and they will be also be very benefited by this various sessions we'll be having in the next 2 days. So I wish this function all the very best, and also all the persons who have been working hard behind the scenes for many days to make this event come to the picture or the wheel to be lifted for the colorful event to happen today. Wishing the event the very best. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Gratitude is a sense of appreciation. So now let me invite Ms. Nandini Praveen, student coordinator, to deliver the vote thanks.
Thank you, Celia. Honorable Justice C. Jayachandran, sir, respected Principal Dr. Bindu M. Nambia, our most valued guests, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it a great privilege to have been chosen to vote of thanks. On behalf of the student coordinators and the entire Moot Club of GLC Ernakulam, let me extend a warm and hearty vote of thanks to Honorable Justice C. Jayachandran, sir, for finding the time to grace this occasion in spite of his busy schedule and sharing with us your valuable opinions, sir. A big thank you to our principal, Dr. Bindu M. Nambia, for making this such a memorable occasion and her efforts towards the institution and our students. I also wish to express my gratitude to Ms. Binu Purnamodhan Tolil for her engaging ideas and inspiring words. A heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Girshankar SS for his impeccable logistic support and cooperation he has extended to all of us in this occasion. I also extend my thanks to all the participants and also to their respective institutions for their enormous cooperation in the event. This event is a culmination of some of the best teams in international maritime law from across the world. We hope and expect all the participants to learn, study, and develop their interest in mooting as well as international maritime law through this competition. Thank you for being with us while we were crossing through some troubled waters and helping us regain the balance. This could not have been possible without your invaluable support. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Advocate Hari Narayan, who went through great effort to give us such an amazing proposition in international maritime law. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you would agree with me that an event of this magnitude requires meticulous planning and execution. The wheels started rolling months ago. We have been fortunate to be backed by a team of very exceptionally motivated and dedicated faculty members like our faculty coordinator, Dr. Joby Bhaskar, and faculty convener, Mini S, along with my fellow student coordinators, Anjuman Habib, Akshay M. Shivan, and Maria Samuel. The team heads, Ruba S. Nair, Hadi Hassan KT, Devika T.S., Vinita A., Anirudh G. Kamat, Elizabeth KJ, Adila Jalil, Mainas Muhammad, and Bharat Vijayan, along with their volunteers who knew their job and put forth their best results. I cannot thank enough for their involvement and their willingness to take the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nandini. Now let me invite Dr. Girishankar SS, Associate Professor, Government Law College, Ernakulam, to the briefing session to the participants. Sir, please.
Before moving into briefing of participants, let me thank Honorable Mr. Justice Jayachandran sir for gracing us, particularly in the momentous occasion as far as this institution is concerned, where we are ambitiously attempting to organize the first ever international moot court competition. And in the days to come, in the years to come, we will be a formidable organizer in the international level also, having organized 20 or more than 20 editions of the prestigious national moot court competition, particularly which is being hailed as one of the best moot court competitions in constitutional law. We are attempting we are making efforts to make indelible imprints in the international arena also, to take us this public educational institution to enormously high levels. So thank you for patronizing our efforts, because the patronage of the judiciary as well as other cognate branches are essential for an institution like ours to put in the best of the results. Thank you, sir. Jai. So let me move on to the role that is assigned to me, that is to brief the participants. Let me at the outset welcome one and all of the participants to this wonderful occasion of an international mood, the Festival of International Mood, organized by the Government Law College and His Highness Government Law College Ernakulam, having the center of gravity in maritime law, because I think maritime law being an evolving law and having an internationally vibrant, is being addressed as an internationally vibrant discipline in law, will get more impetus when it is brought to the scheme of things of a moot court competition. So let me just go through the important milestones, or rather important aspects that the participants have to just keep abreast for themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are participating in a 3-tier moot court competition. That is the quarterfinal round, semi-finals, and finals. The draw of lots will be happening in a short while from now, and we are starting quarterfinals as we are having 8 teams. And I think that usually when a competition reaches up to the levels of quarterfinals, it will be it will set an electrifying atmosphere. And for us, it starts from the very word go, because we are starting with the quarterfinal rounds. So as you know, the duration of this particular round is 90 minutes in total. That means 45 minutes apiece for each team. The per capita time that is allotted to the speaker, each speaker must speak for minimum of 15 minutes and shall not exceed 20 minutes. And the remaining time from the total 45 minutes can be used by the team for the rebuttal session. The teams have to specify how many minutes that they have allotted for the arguments of each speaker. That means a portioning of time between yourself that has to be made known to the court officer before the commencement of the rounds, because that will be let known to the judges also. The results of the quarterfinal rounds, the quarterfinals will be held at 10 a.m. on 19th February, that's tomorrow, Saturday. And the results of the quarterfinal rounds will be announced at 1 p.m. on the same day. On the draw of lots, the semi-final rounds will be done following that. The memorial scores only be considered as a, memorial score, in fact, is being considered as part of your assessment also. Semi-finals will be held on 18th February. That is, it's not 18th February, 19th February at 2:30 p.m. That is in the afternoon session. The semi-final rounds will consist of 90 minutes in total. So we have placed 90 minutes for a comfortable lawyering for you. Just like the quarterfinal round, each team will get 45 minutes to present their case, and then which it will include the rebuttal time. 15 minutes is the minimum bar, and a person cannot go beyond 25 minutes. And the remaining time, as usual, for in the 45 minutes can be employed for the rebuttal session. The apportioning time, again, have to be noted at the outset of commencement of the rounds. The winners will be decided on the knockout basis and will proceed to the final round. And the results of the semi-finals will be announced at 5:30 p.m. on the same day, and the draw of lots, the final rounds, will be done following that. So in the quarterfinal session also, we find it is invariably a winner's round, and the winner will be moving on to the semi-finals, and in the semi-finals, it is a usual knockout round. The finals will be held on 20th February, 9:30 a.m. Then the draw of lots will be done before that day, prior to the commencement of the round. And the format is the very same as that of the semi-final rounds. So 90 minutes is the total duration. But then, being a virtual competition, the participants, as different from the physical mode of it, the participants have to gear up for a near perfect situation, because there could be some reasons beyond our control which may impede the smooth conduct of the competition. So as far as the participants are concerned, they must ensure that they have a strong and stable internet connection with good audio and video facilities, and they must use laptops or PCs for the oral rounds. The participants are using mobile phones for the video conferencing. It must be kept in a stable position. The video must be on a landscape mode. The links for the sessions will be shared through WhatsApp groups created by the respective team managers. The participants must use only a plain light colored background for the meeting. Any virtual background that has not been approved by the organizers would attract strict action by the organizers. The participants, namely the speakers, must ensure that any noise or audio other than the voice of the participant should not disturb the other participants. See, all these things are certain non-negotiable facts or non-negotiable situations that you have to mandatorily ensure. Participants should keep their videos on during the entire rounds. When one participant is speaking, others are expected to keep their microphones in mute. The researcher shall be present with the speakers at the time of the orals with their camera on. The teams must ensure that they do not disclose the identity of their college at any stage during the competition. Any kind of canvassing shall lead to the disqualification of the teams. The participants must not start the session before the host set the ball rolling. Then team members may not communicate with each other in writing or electronically during the votes. In exceptional situations, the organization will have the liberty to reschedule the entire hearing. So if a team fails to join the hearing will proceed ex parte. The attending teams will present their oral pleadings and be scored and will be evaluated by the judges. In case of late appearance not caused by any technical difficulties, the bench may decide to give penalty points. If team members are experiencing technical difficulties, they must inform the organizers immediately. Team members must ensure that they are entered into the session with their own respective team code. One thing that pertains to researcher is there will be an evaluation for researcher. The researcher's test is being conceived for that purpose. It will be conducted at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow, 18 February, prior to oral rounds. Participation in the researcher's test is mandatory to be eligible to participate in the oral rounds. The link for the researcher test will be sent to your WhatsApp group or by email by your team manager 5 minutes prior to the test. So make sure you have received it at least 2 minutes prior. If not, report it immediately to the coordinators. In a team consists of 3 members, the member designated as the researcher alone shall take part in the test. The researcher's test shall be in the format of multiple choice questions, with the questions based on the applicable law, precedents, and facts pertaining to the moot proposition alone. The test will be for 25 minutes, comprising of 25 questions, and it will be submitted automatically after 25 minutes. Some other aspects that I would like to highlight is with regard to the absolute transparency that is being assured to you, because for a moot court, particularly in a virtual moot court competition, the host the organizers have to take utmost care and circumspection regarding the quality of transparency that has to be there. So here, some associated factors that I have to bring to your notice is that, see, you've already been intimated that you shall bear code numbers, etc., etc. So anyway, regarding the evaluation criteria, 5 criteria are there, inclusive of the evaluation of written memorial, where the marks for the oral arguments will be awarded in the criterion, at least, and in 4 aspects. That is, knowledge and understanding of the facts and legal issues of the case, that's 20 marks. Use and understanding of the law and international jurisprudence, 20 marks. Reasoning, 20 marks, and overall presentation, 20 marks. And the 20 marks that's remaining, for which your memorandums would have already been evaluated by a panel of evaluators, and that marks will be reaching the bench in a sealed cover only after, and that will be open only after your presentation is over. So once your presentation is over, then the 5th criteria, 5th slot, that is the marks secured by you for the written memorials will be added to that. See, usually in a moot court competition, you find several hazards which are unforeseen aspects will also be there. We generally call it as evaluator-induced hazards. We have taken adequate care and caution to address those aspects also. So that is why, even though marks to the tune of 20 marks carry or is being attributed, is being ascribed for as a maximum marks, to bring rationalization in awarding marks, we have brought in grades into it. So criteria, knowledge and understanding of the facts and legal issues of the case, 20 marks. The judges will be appraised that you first form an opinion as to whether the performance was excellent, whether it's good, average, or below average. If it is excellent, then 16 marks and above should be given. If it's good, 15 to 12. If it's average, 11 to 7. If it's below average, it will be below 7 marks. So in that way, the maximum aggregate marks of 20 in each of the 4 categories will be graded first, opinion will be formed first, and the slab of marks or that rationalization criteria has already been communicated to the judges also. So once you present your side, when the competitive round is over, I think you will be asked to get yourself relieved from the courtroom. Thereafter, the tabulators will assist the judges to tabulate the marks. And once the marks are tabulated, you will be asked to re-enter in the courtroom, and the judges in that court itself will be declaring the marks before you. So we have taken all possible safeguards to give you a fair, competitive, and excellent court session, and hope that it will be a definite experience for you, but in this particular moot court competition. I think this session will be followed by the draw of lots, and any more queries, I think the coordinators, faculty coordinators, as well as the student coordinators will be there at your disposal to clear it. So that's all from me. I wish you all an excellent competitive level mooting, where you will be searching the frontiers of maritime law in the shape of hypothetical problems. So your argumentative skills, we are looking forward for the reflection of your argumentative skills, articulation, your presence of mind, and your excellence. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all the participants. We'll be moving on to the draw of lots right now. Participants, please note that we have divided the teams into Group A and Group B. So Group A will be petitioners and Group B will be respondents in the quarter-final rounds. We'll be now spinning the wheel to decide which team from Group A will be facing which team from Group B. So team code 104 will be facing (104) petitioner will be facing 112, which is a respondent. Next, we have 106.
which will be facing 116, 106 petitioner or applicant, 116 will be the respondent. Next, we have 109. 109 will be facing team code 119. And hence 113 will be facing 114. Please note that 104 petitioner or applicant will be facing 112 as respondent. 106 petitioner or applicant will be facing 116. 109 petitioner or applicant will be facing 119. And 113 petitioner or applicant will be facing 114. Any doubts? I will repeat once more. 104, which will be the petitioner applicant, will be facing 112. 106, which will be the petitioner applicant, will be facing 116. 109, who is the petitioner applicant, will be facing 119. And 113, who is the petitioner applicant, will be facing 114. You will receive your opposite team's memorial within an hour, and we hope to see you in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Happy moving. Thank you.
The inaugural session. Thank you all. Hope to see all the participants tomorrow. Thank you.